first ever kids brunch, and let's just say the kids did not come to play, okay? With the bottle popping, all the dancing, champagne pouring, apple cider, they had a ball. The food was amazing, the vibes were crazy, and I can't wait to see you guys next week. I almost forgot my nephews to send my nieces some bottles to their table. Okay.
Why your face so ugly?
Yeah. Fuck that broke nigga. He fucking that broke bitch. Gon' get your
Champagne corn, apple cider. They had.
As a mother, I think this is weird, and I'm gonna tell you why. We came a long way from candy cigarettes and pretending like we drinking liquor at the park. You know what I'm saying? It's 2025. So, in what world is it okay for children to stand on a couch with sparkling juice and pretend like they're drinking liquor? Obviously an adult setting, obviously in a club or a bar of sorts. In what world is it okay for a child to go into a bar and order a shot? If they can't order a shot, they shouldn't be ordering no juice at no bar. And then the bottle girls come out. If you go and watch the video, the bottle girls come out and they're completely half naked, popping titties and ass in front of kids, holding up bottles of juice. What's wrong with Chuck E. Cheese? What happened to the park? What happened to community centers? This is completely inappropriate. And I understand if you wanted to take your child to a brunch, that's perfectly fine. But find an appropriate place for your child to go to brunch. You see what I'm saying? I think as a mother, this was embarrassing. And you shouldn't have put that on the internet. And I'm not the person to police what you're putting out there, but that's tacky as fuck.
I'm sorry, but having kids mimicking adult behaviors in an adult setting is very tasteless and very much tacky. I don't know what the upper room was thinking with that whole kids brunch, but it don't give. Let kids be kids. Like, Chuck E. Cheese don't host birthday parties anymore. I'm very much confused as to why they thought that was a good idea. It's cool to want to do something for the kids, but let it be kid friendly. Why are kids imitating adult behavior, standing up on couches, popping bottles? Like, what? No, that just don't give, and that's not appropriate at all. Kids should not be exposed to these settings. There's a reason why clubs have an age limit, because kids are not supposed to be there. Kids are not supposed to be exposed to these behaviors and mimicking these behaviors. And it's our jobs as adults to do our best to block them from it. Like, don't shelter them. Let them know it exists. But to actively allow them to engage in these behaviors, very irresponsible. Let's not make this a thing. But y'all know black people, they're gonna make it a thing. But I'm not here for it. It needs to stop right here. Like, it needs to stop. That's not cool. That's not cute.
I just really want to quickly talk about the whole upper room brunch in DC with the kids. This is not the video you think it is. I am not about to condemn them. I'm actually going to do the opposite. Quick disclaimer, I'm from PG. I don't know these people at all. They had a chaperone watching them the entire time. They weren't twerking. They weren't, throwing money. There was no strippers. There was just them, fake apple cider, good food, obviously, and vibes. I just say, before we throw rocks, let's look in our own houses. I literally was like 10, 11 at Go-Go's with my family on family night. And we were at the Go-Go's, and there were kids in sections twerking, well, not twerking, maybe twerking, popping, shall I say, jumping on the couches, dancing on the couches, screaming, just as you would do in the clubs. Like, it was in a controlled environment. I was not one of those people. I'm not going to sit up here in front. I was very shy, but my godbrothers, my cousins, all of them were like partying hard, and it just wasn't me. This goes all to say that none of us became party addicts. None of us have any children. All of us went to college, and it was actually a really good thing for us, and I'll tell you why. When you open your children up to new environments, it helps them in the future. Because when we got older, partying was nothing to us. It never gave like, oh my god, this is my first party, I'm about to see her act out, or oh, I'm in the club for the first time, let me act crazy. Like, no, it was nothing to us. And it was like, we've been here before, we did this. It's still fun, don't get me wrong, but we know how to act and we're not gonna go crazy because we've been doing this. It's kind of like when you're not sheltered and when you let your children party, it kind of helps them. You know, they don't go to college and wild out when you're not around because they helped us navigate life early on. Like, it was just nothing. It was like fun. We were all having fun at the go-go. I know there were times where like we would pop champagne, but it's really just apple cider, and we would act drunk because we don't know any better, but it was just funny to the adults. Like, and then our guys are like, why can't they just go to Chuck E. Cheese or Dave and Buster's? Those places are tired sometimes. I know the ones in DMV, they stink. The food is not always that good. And it's like, why can't your children enjoy new environments anyway? Another thing is that I literally just saw this girl. She had like a bartender at her 7-year-old's birthday party. They were drinking mocktails. Literally, these drinks look like alcoholic drinks, but they were obviously mocktails. And it's like, what's the difference between these two? They see their parents are drinking, so they have one. But we don't say anything. I don't see that video going crazy at all because they're right. To be honest, I see nothing wrong with it, and they're gonna grow up thinking, "Oh my God, I want to go to brunch again." It's like a core memory for them now. It's not.
Nobody asked me, but I'm going to share my thoughts on that upper room kids brunch situation because I actually don't mind that idea, and here's why. First things first, it's not like it was during the same hours that, you know, a regular club would be operating. So come on now, let's use our brains. They're eating breakfast, they're listening to music. Now, as far as the music selection, I don't know if it had curse words or not, but that's up to the parents. I would hope that they played the edited versions of the songs, you know, the radio versions of the songs, the versions that the kids listen to in the car. You know what? Half these kids are listening to explicit music anyway. So don't even be on your high horse and act like your kids aren't listening to explicit music. I mean, not gonna say all kids are because maybe your kids aren't, but come on now. Come on now. This isn't a Kids Bop concert. I don't see y'all taking y'all kids to no Kids Bop concert because I've gone to a Kids Bop concert and it wasn't too many people there looking like me. Now, how about that? Anyway.
I will never understand the infatuation that people have to bring children into adult spaces. I like for children to dress like children. I like for children to wear children-inspired hairstyles. I like for children to go to children's places. Most of all, I like for children to just be children. Y'all exposing y'all children to adult situations is the main reason why I'm going to need to meet every parent of my child's friends. As a millennial, I remember being told, as a child, you stay in a child's place. I think a lot of y'all took offense to that. And now that's why y'all just let y'all kids do all kind of adult things that they don't need to be exposed to. I don't need my children to know how to be in a club setting, how to pop bottles, how to dance on furniture in a club, or most importantly, what bottle girls are. Those are activities that my children can learn on their own. They don't need the help from me. I learned it on my own, so why can't they? Y'all gotta let these kids start being kids. Allow them to be in child settings. It's just way too many other things that y'all could be doing with these kids. But hey, it's just my opinion. Y'all do what y'all want. But as for me and mine, ain't no God.
A lot of y'all not gonna like when I say this, but raise your own kids about your fucking business. Y'all ever heard the saying, if it don't apply, let it fly? When it comes to y'all, all y'all on here talking about, the upper room is wrong, letting kids have a brunch like that. Know your child. Example, I know for a fact that I could take both of my kids to a brunch like that. Why? Because they just be wanting to know what the experience is. We listen to music in the house. We drink apple cider. Even sometimes out of little wine glasses, little flutes. And we go to nice restaurants to eat. What's the problem with doing all three at one time? Y'all are saying, oh, you're exposing kids. Kids get exposed to shit all the time. All the time. Exposing these kids to, hey, look, this what it is. They gonna drink, they gonna smoke, they gonna do it anyway. So you mean to tell me, because they're allowing these kids to have a little kitty cabaret that we used to have, or go-go that we used to be in, that we had no business being in, chaperoned by adults, we are promoting them being in an adult environment? How, Sway? Your child get invited, don't let them go. You don't want the bottle girls? Don't have them. But the fact that y'all are really trying to bash an establishment for coming up with a plan that works for some parents is beyond me. They found a marketing strategy that works. It might not work for you, but it works for them. It works for other parents. And it's just amazing to me that a lot of y'all that was in those kitty cabarets, that was in those go-go's, that was in those streets, is basically bashing a black establishment, saying that they're wrong. Me personally, I don't see how they're wrong. Because if I felt as though my kids would take it and be like, oh, well, yeah, that was so fun. Now I want to go do it with real liquor. They would do that with me giving them apple cider in the house in a wine glass. My daughter, I risk that all the time with her being a teenager in middle school now. With kids who are exposed to different stuff, it's all about how you raise your child, how they're going to interpret it. I know girls who, when I wasn't in the go-go, was in the go-go every motherfucking weekend. They successful. They families, kids, degrees, all that. Church on Sundays. Y'all need to learn how to mind y'all motherfucking business. That's what y'all need to do. So, is it the fact that the location? Because would it be okay if you threw your kid a party in a wreck with all the lights on, had mocktails, served food, and had a DJ? It got to be the location. Because I'm really not seeing the issue. Is it the bottle girls? Because are they wearing booty? Are they wearing what they're wearing when we're in the club? Like, really, what's the issue? Because y'all keep saying, oh, you're promoting kids to want to do adult things. Do y'all not be seeing what they be watching on TV and the internet? Raise your own motherfucking kids. Raise your own motherfucking kids. That's the moral of the motherfucking story. Raise your own motherfucking kids based on what you know and what your child would take from it. Because I'm throwing Riley one. If y'all hate Nancy's don't get them to stop that shit or it gets shut down, Riley 13th birthday party, upper room brunch. Bring your kids. Parents upstairs, kids downstairs.
Well, maybe I'm just a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad mother, but I don't see anything wrong with the upper room's kids brunch. When I first heard about it, I only seen it from another creator making a video of outrage about it, and then I kept seeing multiple more creators making a video of outrage about it, but I wasn't seeing the actual video of the kids at the brunch. So I just went ahead and looked it up, and y'all, I don't know if I'm seeing the wrong video, but the video is literally the kids at brunch having a good time. I see a lot of takes on the adultification of kids and kids growing up too fast. I see a lot of people saying that kids shouldn't even know what happens at a brunch or what a brunch is. I don't understand why y'all act like y'all never been kids before. When I was a kid, I used to always play. Y'all remember those little white candies we had? I used to act like I was smoking cigarettes because my mama used to smoke cigarettes. Honestly, I wish we had one in Chicago because me and my sister, I feel like we would definitely take our kids to that. Like, honestly, if you think about it, it's not a lot of activities for older kids to do these days. Yes, they can go to Dave & Buster's. Yes, they can go to Chuck E. Cheese. But literally, that's all like the same shit for real. There isn't spaces for kids to just go and have fun and turn up with their friends and party and dance. And people were saying, oh, they're dancing on the tables. They're dancing on the couches. Well, they can't dance on tables and couches at home. Like, they'll get their ass whooped. So having an environment where they can go and let loose and just be children. And then everybody was like, oh, it wasn't even no kid appropriate music playing. First of all, as long as the music was the clean version, I don't really see the problem. I know that y'all are not telling me that y'all never listen to the radio in y'all car with y'all kids. I'm not a Kidz Bop mom. I'm not about to be listening to that any and everywhere I go. Of course, I like to make sure that the music isn't super vulgar or anything like that. But if it's a cuss word or two in there, I'm not tripping on that. Mind you, my daughter is 8 years old. She's heard cuss words before. Her granny cussed like a sailor. I just feel like I would rather my kid go and have some adult supervised fun than try to sneak and do it later. Then I seen people saying, well, did the kids even want this kind of party? I'm sure that the kids did. My daughter sees me go to brunch all the time and she wants to come with me. Obviously, she cannot come to brunch with me, but if I could take her to a brunch that was appropriate for her, then why not? I feel like everybody is focusing on the lit brunch part and not the kid-friendly lit brunch part. I think sometimes as adults, we can have the perception of the world that we have because we've seen so much of it. But you got to remember, these are children. They don't understand the concept of popping bottles. And have we not heard of Welch's? It's sparkling juice, y'all. My daughter just had some at New Year's Eve. It's not that serious. Everything don't gotta be adultifying children, and I feel like y'all only do this to black children. It stresses me out, it drives me crazy, and I wish that y'all would just let kids be kids. Y'all are the ones adultifying them.
I thought y'all was being dramatic with that kid's brunch, but immediately no when I seen it. No. I'm thinking, oh yeah, we'll cook for the kids. They'll have their little pancakes and stuff. Taking them to the club? Yeah, no. Y'all lost me.
Hello, you guys. Um, I'm here to give my opinion on the upper room kids kids brunch. And I honestly, coming from a parent, honestly, I don't see anything wrong with it, in my opinion. I just see kids having fun. Now, I don't know if you guys saw in the first clip and the second clip. I don't know if those clips are related. They might not be. They might be separate because they kind of look like separate. They came off separate channels. So I'm just, I, I don't know about that. But in my opinion, I think everything's okay. The kids weren't twerking, they weren't drinking alcohol or whatever. They were just having fun eating pretty pancakes, and dance and doing kitty dances. You know, I don't know, but I guess people are outraged because it looks like a club. That's probably what it does. But I didn't see anything wrong with it. I just saw a bunch of kids having fun. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, if my kid wanted to go there, I think I'll throw her a birthday party there. You know, but I don't know about the crop tops and all of that. If they have to bring that into the room, but I just think it's another place where kids have fun. I think a lot of things for kids nowadays, it's very limited. They don't have a lot to do for them. So I just think that this was just very different and creative. Maybe the upper room was just trying to do something to make more money, bring like a different social life into their little place. I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. What the hell do I know? I'm just a talking head. Have a great day, YouTube.